Hello, this is the Hippie Conservative from Studio Exile and
Steve.
Yeah.
The meathead.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about the marijuana law.
Yes.
And it passed here in Michigan. 63% of the people voted for this.
You know it's legal.
So that's awesome.
As of December 4th.
Yeah, as of December 4th. It came into effect
So
as
that's
December
like 4
4th.
days. 4
Yep.
days in. I wonder how many people have asked their doctors.
I bet people are already working it. On their way.
I got a doctor's appointment. Mine's not till
I'm
January 3rd.
going to plead the 5th.
Mine's not till the 3rd. I'm not going to lie.
Well, let's go over it a little bit. Let's talk about some of the stuff, man.
What do you want to know?
I think everybody's going to want to know.
I think
what
I'm the
we
one
do.
to give you the copy of the
All right,
paper.
yeah. Let me ask you a couple
For
questions.
once, I
All
did
right.
the research.
Yes, I know. I got a stack of paper, but it's not going to do me any good. So, how much marijuana can people have?
You can have 12 plants up to 2.5 ounces of dried personal use, on top of having the 12 plants.
And they don't. And do they count like stems and seeds? Because like when the DEA breaks in your house and steals your
none
shit.
of that. That's all like trash, just supposed to be thrown out or whatever.
Yeah, so it doesn't have any. It doesn't have anything to do with the 2.5.
They don't say anything about it's illegal to make tea or nothing.
Oh, that's
it can
cool.
be used for a lot of things.
Now, what kind of sicknesses or whatever we got to have to do this?
Symptoms?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have a disease or something, right?
Well, yeah. Well, not just a disease. It's not just diseases. It doesn't cover just diseases.
You know, I think
you do have to have it's for Alzheimer's patients, AIDS patients, cancer patients, people that have like muscular dystrophy, MS, MDS, all. Let's see what
chronic
else was
pain.
there.
You're actually, you know what?
No, chronic pain. That's what I was naming the diseases. Now there's other, glaucoma was another one. Now there's other things that are in there that aren't necessarily diseases that can be used.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that because I actually got one.
It's like
that
a
I think I can
loophole
kinda,
that's like this big around that.
Oh, absolutely,
You
absolutely.
can squeak through.
And all you really need to get this, and we actually have a copy of the legislation right here.
Yeah, you can go to what is the webpage?
It's Michigan Coalition for Compassionate Care gave it, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going to the Michigan Department of Community Health.
Yep.
And the Michigan Department of Community Health is the ones that'll
issue
actually
your
issue.
license. See, but before you even go to them, you have to go to your doctor. Your doctor has to prove this before you
Right.
can even go to them. So you have to go to your doctor. You have to get your doctor to believe why you want it or whatever.
But he doesn't really write the prescription. He just says that you have this disease.
No,
right?
he has to write you a referral for the prescription for you to go to the Michigan Health Department or whoever.
Yeah, because what they're saying is that you need a
Community
certificate.
mental health. Yeah, well, the community mental health is who's going to issue the certificate. You just have to have a referral to them for them to give you the okay
To give you the certificate.
To give you the certificate in order to grow it in your own home. See, and there's a lot of cool things about that. Because I smoke and my wife doesn't. But that's not. My wife's got a hell of a lot better of a green thumb than I do. She grows, all of her plants.
For the record, we're not advocating people smoking. I mean,
No, I'm not.
But hey, look, a lot of people do.
I'm not going to lie to anybody. I do. It helps me. That's what gets me out of bed every day. That's what gets me motivated. And I've been saying for many of years, that I don't take pain pills. I've got 3 ruptured discs in my back. I don't take no pain pills for that.
Yeah, you feel it alleviates the pain, huh?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's what helps me get the motivation to get up and move, and that's what it requires is movement for you to not hurt.
Right, and I'm on record already as saying that I used medical marijuana. I had cancer when I was 32 years old. I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they burned, with the radiation treatments, they burned my intestines. And that's really what marijuana is the best for, is a lot of these diseases and stuff are
it induces appetite, and then like with AIDS, it induces appetite. They encourage you to eat healthy.
Absolutely, and everybody knows that.
Right.
If you've watched one Cheech and Chong movie in your entire life, you know. And it's amazing that you still have people out there that are trying to say that medical marijuana has no real use, that this is a ruse. Now, I'll admit, it probably is a bit of a ruse to get people to be able to smoke pot legally.
But you also have to be certified.
It does help people.
You also have to be certified to grow it in, which means you have to have an inspected room. Your room has to be inspected in order for you before you can even grow in it.
Don't you feel like they stole a little bit of that from my idea? Because if you go to my site at www.hippieconservative.com, you go back to the very first post that I had. It was called The Marijuana Solution. and it talked about having it in locked facilities. So this law was actually written quite a bit different than the prior laws, like the marijuana laws that were say in California.
They want
or
it to not be like in Oregon and California where they have the head shops where
which are already causing problems even in the Netherlands.
And they are.
Yeah, and they're shutting down.
And I'm not saying that that's the way it needs to be. I think the way that they have it set up now is a really good way. A felon can't grow it in his own home. Not by my understanding of the way that it's ruled.
Yeah, caretakers. Caretakers cannot be a felon.
Cannot be a felon. And the only way to be a caretaker is to be able to prove that you have a locked facility where you can maintain it and grow it, keep it out of the children.
Up to 12 plants per person, too. Per person that you're taking care of.
And a caretaker can take care of up to 5 people. So that's 60 plants.
You see how quick Steve was with that math, man? Just bam! He's a sharp guy. You can't put anything past him.
That's a lot.
I want to talk a little bit about, now one thing we should point out really quick here is that you will not be able to get your identification card until April 4th. That's when the Department of Health has to have the process set up so you can get your card.
Who told you that date?
I read it in this. It was on.
It was April 6th because it's the weekend of Hash Bash.
No, it says, when can patients and caregivers begin to apply for this program? A DCH, the Department of Community Health, may.
You're right. I apologize.
Okay, great.
It's the 4th. The Hash Bash is on the 5th.
Wouldn't you love to see Steve's calendar? Because we've only known 2 days out of it so far. Both of them are related to marijuana. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, now we're not advocating this, guys, okay? But I just want to talk a little bit about one of the things that you could possibly, if you already have this condition, one of the things that you could use to get your marijuana card. This is called fibromyalgia. Now, some of you guys may have even heard of this.
This is new news to me.
Yeah, this is, okay, fibromyalgia is a, well, I guess it's a condition, more or less. It has symptoms which may include anxiety, concentration, memory problems, depression, digestive disorders, but discoloration of hands and feet, dryness. But it's got a lot of
EDS.
EDS? What's that?
Never mind.
There's a joke here. Whoosh! One says right past me. Okay, but here's the main thing about fibromyalgia, and check it out. There is no lab test or X-ray to diagnose fibromyalgia. Oftentimes, patients are misdiagnosed, which can delay good treatment. That is right off of WebMD. So this is not some punk site. This is actually WebMD, the biggest medical site that they have in the United States on the internet. And they can't diagnose this. What it does, it makes your shoulders, your muscles all sore. It makes your stomach upset, everything like that. And a lot of people have this condition. A lot of people have
nausea was another one that was on there. Chronic nausea.
Yes, chronic nausea, anything like that. There's
tons of stuff. You guys really need to go to Michigan Legislative and
go to some of the sites
and check out check it out, read it for yourselves, print it up. It's 10 pages.
Yep.
Anybody can afford 10
and
pages.
And the Michigan Department of Community Health will be handling the Bureau of Health Professions within the Michigan Department of Community Health will be the ones that you want to contact. So get a hold of those guys.
Get a hold of your doctor first.
And get a hold of your doctor and, and explain the problems that you have, legitimate problems. We're not advocating you guys faking into this stuff. And then after that, you can get your card. And,
because you can now make doctor's appointments.
And do us a favor, okay? Do us one favor. When you guys get your card, okay, don't show up on TV and blow smoke in some cop's face, and don't be the asshole, okay? Really, guys.
Because you're going to ruin it for the people.
You're going to ruin it, really, man. Let's all act kind of respectful on this, and, maybe one day I might live long enough to see marijuana completely legalized. That would be awesome.
We'll see. You guys will see us in, I don't know. Yeah. I think we're done for today.
If it ever is, I swear to God, we'll smoke a big one right here on the camera.
He can't. He can't.
I can't. But
you won't be able to function.
Yeah, I know.
This is Steve.
And this is the Hippie Conservative.
You guys have a great one.